Before you watch today's dice making video, I need you to know that I know that wisdom is my dump stat. I need you to know that I have always known that wisdom is my dump stat. And while I consider myself to be an intelligent individual, if it's something that has to do with common sense, spatial awareness, something that seems obvious to everybody else, I'm gonna probably get that wrong. So just before you watch this, I need you to know that I already know. I already know all of that. And with that knowledge, I would like to invite you to come with me to make a winter holiday dice diorama. You may already be able to guess how it's going to turn out. I'm going to show you anyway. I love making seasonally appropriate dice, and I thought making a fun, festive, wintry snow globe scene would be really fun for a diorama to make for this YouTube channel. However, I am not a super meticulous person, and this project probably required more careful planning than I gave it, because as you see, I'm checking to see if this pine tree fits into my mold, which it did not, so I cut off the base and was like, yeah, that's good, now it'll fit. Of course, I'm putting this on a diorama base, and I did realize that, so I just thought I'll cut off a little bit more of the base of this pine tree, and that's all it will need to fit. I'm just gonna cut off the base, and it'll be fine. Now I'm building up my diorama. If you were curious, I had this diorama base laying around. I made it for something else and didn't like it, but it was white and sparkly, so I thought, sure, that'll work for snow. So after using UV resin to secure the pine tree to the base of this diorama half dice that I already had waiting to be used, I added some of the sort of white snow Christmas flocking that came in this little tiny glass jar with the pine tree. I just thought, that's gonna look like snow. Let's glue that down to the base without doing anything else to it. So here I am adding that white flocking. It looks super cool on the base of the diorama. And this actually took kind of a long time, so I'm not going to show the entire process. I covered the bottom part first and very, very fully. And then I realized, because I had used this for something else, there was like these little gold coins that I didn't really want to be super obvious. So I decided to cover them in flocking. And then I was like, well, if I'm doing all of this, I might as well cover the entire base with the flocking, not even considering the extra inches that was going to take away from the inside of the mold down the line. That's going to be a problem for later, Sam. So here you see me just covering those gold coins a bit. I knew it wasn't going to be perfect and some of it was going to shine through, but you'd be surprised how much gets lost once you cast it into the second mold. So I was really hopeful this was going to be enough. And then I added some snowflakes, because why not? I can just make even more space between the bottom of the mold and where the Christmas tree needs to pop out on top. It's fine. It's not going to be a problem. And it looks cool. And, you know, I have all of this fun holiday sprinkles. I might as well use them all on this one project that I'm making right now. So once this base was completely covered in flocking and snowflakes and glitter, I did a final cure under the UV light, and then dunked the entire thing into my humongous cup of resin. I didn't want air bubbles, and obviously between the flocking and the sort of fake pine, I knew there were a lot of places for bubbles to get trapped. So I let it soak while I filled up the mold about halfway, and then for the very first time, decided to check if this fit into the mold while I was covered in resin and everything was sticky and it was too late to turn back. Because that's the best time to check if something's going to fit into a mold. And it did not fit, because the tree is humongous, because it barely fit in the mold without the base. So I yanked it off, just ripped it right out, because that's the best way to do it. And then I basically cut it in half and shoved it back in the mold. I'm just going to shove it. It's fine. That's certainly not going to be a problem. And then I filled it to the top with my resin that was already very thick, because it was like 16 degrees outside while I was casting this in my garage, which is not insulated. And that is why this glitter sparkle pearl combination that I'm adding does not sink to the bottom because my resin is already so thick, because it is freezing and screaming for relief from the cold, which I am not going to give it. Well, maybe a little. I did have a heat gun. It still didn't make the glitter sink though, which is shocking if you've seen a lot of resin dice making videos before, because you'll know that glitter always sinks. It's really heavy, but this just floated. And I put the lid on because the tree fit, right? I cut it in half. Of course it's going to look stunning and beautiful. And why should I be concerned about anything? I see zero problems with this scenario. Going into this demold, I fully believed this was a fail, and not for any of the reasons that actually happened to this dice. I assumed it would be full of voids because it was so cold. The resin didn't sink into the holes or the little crevices properly. Well, that didn't happen. There was not a void, which I was shocked to discover. But because of the extreme cold I had been casting in, I did expect to find a bunch of little tiny bubbles elsewhere, maybe throughout the dice, all around the bottom. It took my poor arthritis-addled hands almost 3 minutes to get this giant dice out of the mold. And at one point I even tried to employ like a lever situation using a paintbrush. That didn't work either, but I did eventually get the dice out. And while it is a diorama of a tree in the snow, given how small I ended up having to cut the tree to make it fit into the diorama, it's really more of a pine tree covered up to its top in snow because of a massive blizzard. That's what we've got here. Blizzard pine tree that you can barely see. And we're going with it because I don't have time or materials to try to make this again. And it's not a fail. There's no voids. There's no bubbles. It's not cloudy. The snow looks kind of pretty. This is like the tip of the iceberg, but for holiday pine trees. And anybody with more common sense than me probably would have realized this was what was going to happen. But for me, it was a complete shock. I hope you enjoyed this behind the scenes look at the process of making this wonky holiday pine tree diorama. I actually did have a lot of fun making both this dice and this video, so it's totally fine if you want to poke fun at me. I understand how ridiculous it was. If you enjoyed this video, please click like. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, or maybe ones where I have a more successful diorama, please click subscribe. Just leave me a comment. Let me know how you're feeling going into the end of 2025, and I promise I'll be back soon with some more hopefully successful dice content.